Hey guys, welcome to Two Beards Podcast. Today we're doing a little experiment with Founders Porter and Founders Underground Mountain Brown Ale. Yeah. We've had both of these before. We've poured one of our experiments.
Yes.
What is that experiment, Nick?
Okay.
If you can remember.
Okay.
I'm also going to start pouring this.
So we
left
have...
side's going to be my porter, by the way. My left, your right.
Okay. Cool.
Anyways, go ahead.
So the porter we have going here is Nitro. Levi has a fun way to do Nitro that totally works. Surprisingly great.
Allegedly. I'll pour yours, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I guess I can open this one at least. And then he's also added some peanut butter syrup. Oh yeah, that's a good picture. What are you doing? Come on. You're wasting good content here.
That's yours, by the way.
Okay. That's great. Use a blanket, but that's fine. Everything's fine. This one is carbonated. Okay, this one is not. It'd actually be a pretty cool shot to see side by side. I'll use my phone.
But here we are.
I'll use my phone.
Yeah.
Why not?
Go ahead and use your phone, dude.
I'll use my phone. I think that's probably the best idea here.
So it's a nitrous dispenser through a whipped cream dispenser.
Yeah.
Nitrous cartridge through a whipped cream dispenser. And it's like a peanut butter demerara syrup that I made this morning. I just was like, I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
And and then this one is the Underground Mountain Brown with a little pecan smoke action. You can smell that.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful, honestly. And when you were smoking it, like the whole room filled up with it, and I was like, ooh, that smells beautiful.
So we've had both of these beers before. I think even on the podcast.
Yes, we have. I think we definitely podcasted them both.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, we didn't love either.
No. So
I've been kind of in the mood to explore some experimenting with beers. I just don't like this idea that you have to keep beers pure.
Right, absolutely.
I don't do that with whiskey. I make old fashions. I love the whiskey by itself too. It's just, but this idea of I have to have the beer like it was intended to have.
Yeah. No, fuck that. Let's fuck with things a little bit.
Yeah.
I say we jump right into the smoke.
You wanna go to smoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go control.
I'm gonna pick both up. Okay. I'm gonna give both smells.
Right, but
starting with the control.
Very sugary on the control. Very smoky.
It almost smells like a nice cigar.
It really does. I told you I'm excited for this.
This one, it's really sweet. This brown, right?
Yes.
It's you just smell sugars.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I remember.
Yep. Very.
It's almost like
a
chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
It's creamy.
It's a little less than what I remember, actually. I remember it being a bit sweeter. That's I enjoy it, but again, drinking a whole bottle,
it's thick. It's creamy.
It becomes a smoke now.
Interesting.
Okay. It really changes the texture.
It really does, and it has that. You've sat by a fire aftertaste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Charcoal-y almost.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Initial thoughts, I think I would drink the smoke over the pure sugar.
I think if only just because it feels more drinkable in the sense that you could have a whole beer. This is it's like a dessert wine. You don't want 12 ounces of it. You want 6 ounces of it.
Yeah.
This one, for sure, the texture changes. It's a lot less sweeter. You got a lot more bitter notes, some chocolatey flavors to play with.
A little more creamy too. It's interesting.
It's a strange one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot to dissect here, honestly, with that just alone. I mean, the contrasts are really cool to see. And I wasn't even thinking about doing that, so that's cool that you thought of that as well.
All right. You ready to move on?
Let's move on. Let's go for porters.
Okay.
This one, oh God.
Yeah.
Here, let's just do this.
The old jeans.
Portable napkins.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
Smell test.
Okay. It's a little hop, actually, compared to the other one.
Yeah, you get some hops in there.
It's nice. Yeah. And then I get nothing.
I
get nothing.
like maybe a faint peanut, like from like the other room.
Maybe.
Like someone in first class opens their peanuts and you're like,
and if
I kind of want some right now, but I'm going to have to wait like 12 minutes. Like that's like the LaCroix of peanuts.
Mm-hmm. All right. That porter is splendid after the mountain.
It's so much better.
Yes.
So much better.
It's funny because when we just had it on the podcast, we were like, ugh. The Bell's was way better than this. I definitely don't love this one.
Yeah, but so much better.
Yeah. Now, I'm very interested in this Nitro. I have high hopes, and the smell's letting me down here. So, wow.
It's so different.
Oh, whoa.
It's just a different beer.
What's that aftertaste you get?
I know. It's just like creamy peanut butter. It's almost like a Reese's Pieces in a cup.
That's good.
It's just like the texture is totally different. It's just smooth, creamy, like peanut butter, chocolatey, like maybe a little bit of hops in there, but like it's so different. Mm-hmm. It's a peanut butter cup.
It really is a peanut butter cup. That is wonderful. I also don't think I could drink a whole one of those.
No, but I mean, like this, like over some ice cream.
Hell yeah. Like, hell yeah.
That is tasty.
I'm very surprised all around.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at how well that Nitro worked. I mean, it gave it this like perfectly like frothy creaminess up front, and it totally eliminated the carb. I think that was smart on your part to kind of slosh it around too.
Yeah. I was worried about it just exploding. So if we roll any of the B-roll to making these, basically just kind of back and forth action, getting all the carbonation out.
Yeah.
And then nitrosified it.
That is the scientific term.
Yep.
Now you know.
Man, I really don't know what to say beyond. I'm stunned. Like I don't know what to do. What do we do now?
I don't actually know. See you next week. I'm just genuinely surprised on how well both of those ended up working out.
Okay, so 1 through 4. What are you giving it?
Which one?
Like, what do you
all right,
order them? Worst to best.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So I'm gonna go my left side, your guys' right side for worst. So worst. This is a toss up here.
I need to go back to this smoky one because it's just so unique. Honestly, it's crazy.
There's a lot going on. So I have another comment on this. I think this smoking technique would be amazing for a different beer.
I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I think with the sweetness and like the charcoaly flavors that you get, it's too contrasting. Like to me, these are both on the bottom, and honestly, they might be tied for me because I actually don't love the smoked. It's very unique, and being unique definitely adds points for sure. But I just don't feel like it's a developed concept to me.
I think you should go Nitro again. Try your Nitro and your smoke hand in hand.
Okay.
That's
like which one first?
I went smoke first. That's what I did. I went smoke, Nitro, smoke. Go smoke again.
Can I call an audible?
Okay, go ahead.
This is going to require me to leave the podcast.
Okay.
But I'm calling an audible, something I didn't foresee.
That is fine.
Okay.
Go on. I'll continue talking about my order.
Yeah.
And how.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm honestly putting the Nitro Porter second to worst. That is Ginny. She's freaking the fuck out for no reason, as always. But so then the smoky one's after that. So I don't know what it is, but there's just this weird off flavor in the Nitro one that I don't love. The smokiness, like I said, I don't think the smoke is meant for this beer, but I think it's a really cool concept and it would go great in another one. That being said, I think that one holds more true to the beer than the Nitro. So the Nitro is good too. I honestly think, although I like how it is, I think I could do without the peanut butter. And I think I would pick a different beer to do the Nitro as well, honestly. So, I mean, we did a couple fun things with a couple beers that we didn't know what the fuck else to do with. And it kind of worked, but also kind of didn't work. So, okay. This is whiskey, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't want to drink it like beer. Thank you for thinking of that. So I was just kind of saying how, honestly, for the Nitro and the smoke, not great beers for either one. Like
I think the Nitro works really well.
See, even for the Nitro, I still think I would pick a different beer. Like, it's not bad at all. Like, I think it worked. I don't know. I guess it worked good. I honestly think I could do without the peanut butter.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Like, it's good.
I was just experimenting.
Right? I understand. I totally am not. I'm just saying. Like, after tasting it, I'm like, that's pretty good. But
I think it's heavy on the peanut butter.
Maybe that's all it is. Yeah.
But I wasn't sure, like, how, like,
of course.
Even the syrup that I made was like, I was just like throwing it together.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like,
I just get texted this picture while I'm working. I'm like, sorry. The fuck is this? Like a weird sponge-like thing in a glass?
That's brown? Okay. Okay, let's do the smoke and whiskey.
Okay.
And then we'll do peanut butter and whiskey because that'll probably be a good combination as well.
Fair enough. Where are we going?
Smoke, then whiskey.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Smoke, whiskey, with... Wait. Smoke?
Yeah. Smoke, whiskey, smoke.
Yeah.
So. I'm naming this beer. It's called the Smoke Break.
Hey, nice.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's an experience.
That takes me on a journey. I think...
That's nice. Like, different beer, right?
See, I think I want to do it again, but I want to save some for the porter at least. I think going smoke to whiskey is better than whiskey to smoke.
I sure. Either way, though. Like, I'm thinking...
Yes, that's a good combo, and I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, the combo is nice.
Not mad about it at all.
Okay, for my rating, though, I'm gonna go the brown, the smoked brown. I'm gonna have to try these again.
Really? Very interesting. I am very surprised by this already. This is just like...
Yeah, I'm like tempted, but I think I'm gonna have to go like this. And
wow.
So the reason that I am.
So hear me out. In your opinion, both beers were improved upon by doing this. That's what you're showing.
I'm skeptical of this.
Okay.
This I'm
Dead
also
sure
skeptical, but I don't like this enough. Right? Like I dislike this so much that I don't want anything to do with it.
See, I think the smoked beer was heavily improved upon. Like the brown was heavily improved when you smoked it.
Well, here let me break down my thought
Go
process.
ahead. Yeah.
This beer I do not like.
Okay.
There's nothing about it that I love.
No.
The smoked, I think conceptually it's onto something, but it's not fully developed in the flavors. Like it's too contrasting where it's not pleasant. You throw in a whiskey, things start to develop a little bit. You start kind of building the mindset around what you're drinking, and it helps. But I still think probably a different beer would have been better. It's just too sweet.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
These two are a little bit harder. I think conceptually this has a great concept, and it's very, it knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like this creamy, chocolatey peanut butter cup. The porter is good, and I like it. I don't think it's very full.
It's not. It's pretty hollow, honestly.
And that's the one, taste wise, I think it's good. It's got some nice hops.
Yeah.
But it's just not very full, and it's not very satisfying.
Yeah, I think ironically, the majority of the beer, the body is where it lacks. I think it has a nice crisp hoppiness up front to it.
Yeah.
And even the aftertaste is pretty pleasant as well.
It's like trying to be a pale ale, like a dark pale ale, and you're like, it's just, the identity is weird to me.
Absolutely. I want the body to be more full, like an IPA.
Yeah.
And that's not to say I want it to be pushing further to a stout. I just want it to
I think porters have some robustness to them.
Yeah.
It's very hearty and still maintains that hoppiness as well.
Yeah.
To this, it kind of feels like you took a porter and you watered it down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of
yeah.
And so that's the one reason why, I think taste wise, it might be superior than the Nitro. But just from a concept standpoint, I think the Nitro develops and gives it some more body to it.
Makes sense.
That's quite nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I honestly, I kind of just want to do this. That's where I'm really at. You
really like the smoked one.
Yeah, I do. I really can't decide which one I like more though, because the Nitro works. I was once I saw you, I was skeptical, and then once I saw you pour it, I was like, whoa, that is a Nitro pour. That is amazing. I'm very impressed, with how well that worked.
Maybe use that with a peach IPA that we don't like or something,
Now we're talking,
Yeah.
Peach milkshake IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Actually make it a milkshake.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. I think that'd be pretty good. So, maybe that'll be our next one. I don't know. But still, taste wise, I think the porter is just still more up my alley.
For sure. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I'm being very nitpicky and personal about it. So
I think overall was a success.
Yes, very much so. And I'm excited to, now that we've tried this, while we drink other beers, have something like this in mind.
Yeah.
Especially Nitro, that we know that it works. Put a Nitro spin on this, and that'd be pretty cool. So.
All right. I'm gonna do peanut butter whiskey.
Oh yes. I forgot we didn't do that yet. Yeah.
I think the whiskey was a good call. It really helps out the smoke flavors.
Absolutely.
It just makes you feel like you're in a cigar lounge, or you're like Don Draper or something. I don't know.
Absolutely. What you can answer after you tip them both, but what was the whiskey that you did choose for this? Because tastes familiar, but yet different.
I think you're gonna like that.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like that.
Okay,
a lot.
I'm down for that. So what's the whiskey?
So the whiskey is Bullet Rye.
Really?
Bullet Rye is one of my favorite whiskeys to pair with beer.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because Bullet Rye has a very particular sharpness on the back end, and I think that pairs well experientially with the kind of sugars in beer. Even on an IPA, it's quite bitter. but you still got like a lot of those sweet hop notes, and it kind of just pairs nicely with the clean, sharp ending of a rye.
I like that better than the whiskey with the smoke.
Excuse me?
Hello?
No?
Yo, we'll play Call of Duty later, Brian. But like, seriously.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Yeah, check out our Warzone. That's would have already released. So, yeah.
Also, if we could just push pause here for a second. This will have already released. Yeah, if you could pause it. This will have already released on Tuesday.
Yes.
But today when we're recording Friday,
Hey guys, this is Levi. I just want to quickly interrupt this video to let you guys know that after this portion, our audio gets all fucked up and corrupted. So if you want to suffer through that, we're leaving it up, but we totally understand because it's it sucks. But it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. Sorry about the rest of it.
when we're recording on Thursday,
Yep.
is the 2-year mark.
2-year mark of the concept of this podcast.
Yes, not weekly recording. It's a
No.
concept.
Yeah, 2 years ago, we said, hey, let's get serious and actually make a podcast.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I think 2 years ago we rated a beer together. I think that's what it was.
Yes, that would have been
rated, yeah, we rated the Leona May at 1022 South J.
Memories.
Crazy. Dude, we could go there right now.
What?
Except, like,
We can't.
we're on quarantine.
We're all fucking dying of corona, and we actually cannot go to bars.
No, we won't. I mean, we can. Well, actually, no, they're shut down.
They're definitely shut down.
But even if they weren't shut down, I still wouldn't go.
Probably wouldn't go.
No.
Hey, what if, like, if they weren't shut down, we went today and they just had the man draft?
Oh, I mean, that'd be killer.
Come on.
That'd be killer.
Could only dream.
But you can watch our live ratings that we've done, not on Leota May, but at breweries around Tacoma.
Oh, yes, right.
With our other series.
We've done
I'm just plugging our series.
Fair enough. Go to that playlist if you like watching playlists.
Nick and Levi's Playlist. It's a movie.
Good movie, though.
I've never seen that movie ever.
Good movie. You hate it.
Yeah, see?
I love those movies. Like super indie, but like bit of rom-com actually going on, but like more indie than rom-com,
But like super rom-com.
but super rom-com. But I love it.
Like teenage rom-com.
Yeah, something about it. It just takes me back to middle school, and
I'm just like, stop fucking.
But then I'm all like, you can keep going.
No, it's gross. I don't want to watch 13-year-olds fuck. It's
But
weird.
They're like,
Why are you? Well, I know, but like, you know what I mean? Just like conceptually, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, chill out.
Yeah.
Get a room.
But like, anyways, burn up. Since I've been to 1022.
Yeah.
And,
Well, Corona hit, and we were all dead.
yeah.
Well,
But
that
like,
makes sense.
but like also, we should, not make it a thing, but we should go to 1022 soon.
Yeah, like after the virus.
I don't think
Like,
we're allowed to before the virus.
If the virus doesn't kill us all, we should go at some point in the future.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. Again, don't want to make it a thing. I hate it when we go there when it's a thing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There's too many people.
I agree.
It's not a big place.
I agree.
Yeah.
No one else go there. It sucks.
Yeah.
But like, really, it's fantastic. But don't go there.
Don't go there, please.
But like, go there anytime that we're not there.
Yeah.
But if we're there, don't go there.
Don't go there, please. Stupid. You wouldn't even like it. But you're gonna love it. You should go.
Yeah, but like, you would hate it if we're there.
Yes.
No.
So like, no. Like, totally go. Low-key, man, it sucks. Low-key, like, favorite spot that just got ruined.
Yeah. Not for anyone else, but we just have a particular group of people.
Yeah. Well,
They're a great group of people.
yeah.
But
yeah, I love hanging out with
when you
everybody.
have a spot and then you're
be going to my spot like chilling by myself and then like be worried about running into somebody that I know.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be my spot.
But if you go there, like if you went there today, even though it's closed, you'd still in your mind be like, someone show up.
I don't know. I feel like all my favorite places, I want them to be successful, but I just don't want people I know to go there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironic because it's like you need to tell people about it.
Dude, this is the photographer's dilemma.
Yeah.
It's like you share your work on social media of like really cool like shit you do.
Right.
And then all of a sudden everyone else is going there.
Oh, to those spots, right? Yeah. We were like, I want to share my work, but I still want to run the spot.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's a weird concept, right? Like that you want things to be uniquely yours. I mean, I don't think it's that weird. I think it's like everyone feels that way, probably.
That was like our whole middle school, high school experience with bands, right?
Dude, 100%. Like,
like all these stupid ass underground like pop punk bands that no one's heard of. We're like, fuck yeah. And then the second they start, like they get signed,
you're like, fuck you.
Fuck you, sell out.
Yeah.
What? Sorry they're successful.
Yeah. It's great. Great culture.
Speaking of which, today, not while I was working, I was curating. I went through all my Apple Music and added every single pop punk band to a playlist. I think.
Nice.
I probably missed some, but
you know, I mean, you got a good playlist.
Got a
solid playlist.
Absolutely.
I feel like I don't have enough time anymore as an adult to listen to albums all the way through.
I know.
Like one of your favorite things growing up is when you're into music is like one of your favorite bands hasn't released anything for like 2 years and they drop an album and you spend like 3 hours listening to start to finish.
Yeah.
I don't have those 3 hours anymore.
I would literally sit on like in my room on my bed or like lay down on my bed, like just texting my friends and just like having that album on repeat.
Yeah. Good joke.
What's yeah, that'll never happen. Oh man. It's a bit like that's really sad and pathetic.
I mean, now you're in quarantine, you're good.
Fair enough. No, now that we actually have some sun rather than fucking rain every day, I'm trying to get outside.
No, I finally, after like weeks of talking about this, mowed my lawn, aerated it, everything. So
Proud of you.
I still got more work to do, but like, feels fucking good, man. No, like that means the weather is shifting. Like having the opportunity to get outside and mow my lawn. It's like,
well, I know
spring's coming.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it feels so good. Yeah, driving here with my sunroof open, like just feeling the warmth on my skin. I was like, please. I don't want to turn another direction because just feeling the sun on me feels so good.
Whenever I hear sunroof, I just think of Elizabeth being like, "You don't have a sunroof." I'm like, "But I do."
But like, excuse me.
Well, why don't you ever use it? Because you don't have it. But like, I do have it. I just don't use it.
Just don't use it. Have it.
Like, you never seeing it or noticing it does not mean I don't have it. Because in fact, I have it.
I have it. Did she have a sunroof?
I don't fucking know.
I don't never used it. Clearly, it doesn't have one.
Dude, I'm liking this peanut butter one. I don't know why you're giving it so much shit.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna save this whiskey though for the smoke. I know you like it with peanut butter, but
yeah, I think that's all it is. It's just a little bit too much peanut butter. Like I like the flavors going on. It's just like a little strong in the peanut butter for me.
Maybe if we had that grape cider that you really like.
Yeah, totally. Just drink that with the peanut butter. It's the best. It literally was a PB&J sandwich.
I mean, it was called like a PB&J.
It was amazing though, like how much it was. It blew my mind.
It was some kind of grape cider in like a 24-ounce can, and then like a heavy pour.
It was a big boy pour.
Heavy pour of some peanut butter whiskey. I forgot the brand, but it's whatever the popular one is that tastes like not peanut butter,
but like peanut butter.
Like peanut butter, but like Nutter Butters, right? It's not like peanut butter.
I mean, that boy was like a 2.5 ounce pour.
At least.
And you ordered a single pour.
Yeah. I mean, it was like 3.5.
It was intense.
It was a hefty boy.
Everyone was like, yeah. So like, we ordered
it wasn't just that one either. Like it was like because all of us got drinks at some level, and like all of us were like, well, I ordered a shot and a beer, and I wanted to drive home after this.
Well, it was like, and not only was the pour heavy, but the fucking grape cider was a 16-ounce can too.
I thought it was bigger than that.
No,
I thought it was like a 19.2.
No, it was a big boy. But still
a big boy.
More than 12-ounce can. And everyone's like, all right, so like we ordered as a joke, and like you drank some of it now, but like, we'll help you if you need to, because like that's a lot. And I was like, no, fuck you, and I just nailed it. That was a lot. It was a lot. I think I made Renee drive.
Probably. I mean, as you should.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So your ratings still standing?
Yeah, That's where I'm sitting. I still like the porter the most. It's just a very personal thing. Even though like I don't love the porter. It's, like you said, it's very watered down kind of flavor going on. It's just very hollow. There's not a lot going on other than that like relief of hoppiness up front. But
so I will end on the same note that we usually end on, but like unofficially.
Okay.
What would you do to improve these beers?
Well, I've already talked about the Nitro.
Yeah, not as much peanut butter.
Just a little bit less peanut butter.
How would you improve the Smoky Boy?
The Smoke Boy? Honestly, you kind of just have to use a different beer. This is just not the beer for that. I think it's a cool experiment, and I think to get rid of this beer, it was a good idea, and it totally worked great. It's just a bit too sweet.
What kind of beer would you put in instead? Like, would you use the same style of beer, or different style?
I think you could use a similar style, but not like, what is this? I think this was like Asian.
It's the brown.
That one. Rum barrels, was it? Or
no, that's the other one. That's the Bells, I think.
No.
I'm sure.
No, the Bells was not barrel aged. This one, oh, okay, this one was aged in bourbon barrels with bourbon coffee.
That's right.
But I don't know. It's just different because maybe it's. I don't know. I don't have an answer because I've had some bourbon barrel aged beers that were fantastic, not super sweet, very much like it was actually founders that made it. It's called the DKML. I was thinking it's DKML. That one legitimately just tasted like a whiskey, but with like no burn. Like it had just like a beer feel, but whiskey taste. It was gorgeous. I could drink 2 or 3 of those bottles and be fucked, but good.
Everyone likes to be fucked.
Yeah, exactly right. So, but so my point is like you can have things aged in like bourbon barrels and such that like, they're not super sweet like this. So that's just my only thing with this beer. So it's just a little too heavy on the sweet end. Maybe if you do like you could do that Bell's Porter, I think with the smoke, I think it'd be really good because that has more of a robust feel and taste. It has a bit of hoppiness that could probably blend well with the smoke.
So, last question. Probably not.
Okay.
You on our podcast we've also had, or you've had, the Alaskan smoked porter that was recommended.
Yes.
What's the differences between getting like a beer that's smoked and actually smoking a beer? It's weird. It's like smoking.
Actually smoking a beer. I feel like smoking a beer, you get more of the actual smoke taste. Like you said, like upon our first sip of this, you're like, holy shit, like the aftertaste is literally a campfire. Like
And the texture is like crazy different too.
Which is weird, right? Like
strange.
Yeah, very odd. But I'm with you on that too. And that's very interesting. So if you get a beer that's already smoked, like that smoked porter, I think obviously your texture is about the same as a normal beer. But then B, it's almost like you have a normal beer. Hard to put into words because it's like the smoke like totally changed that beer, right?
Yeah, it definitely like 100%. If you put those side by side,
I would not know they're the same.
No idea.
But if you put like that Alaskan smoked porter next to like the same beer without like whatever it is, I don't know if it's the grains or whatever it was, I would be like, okay, this is the exact same beer, but you just took out that smoked aspect. Could totally tell. So I feel like it just doesn't change as much. Whereas like this one, I don't know if you have better words than I do, but like there's something about like smoking the beer like that we did that like completely transformed the beer, and I'm not really sure what aspect. I can't put it.
No, I mean it's everything, right? Like the smell, totally different.
Yeah.
The taste, totally different. The feel, totally different.
Yeah.
Right? Like everything about it was just the identity, the profile of the beer just changed completely to where to me it's a different beer.
Absolutely. Which is cool because that's kind of like what we were going for, right?
Yeah, we just wanted to see like what happens.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What if? We played a little game of what if.
They were thinking inside the box. Here we are.
Yeah. I think overall, success.
Totally agree. Like that's what I was saying. I'm stoked to like drink other beers, especially like porters and stouts, which is I feel like this kind of process would go best with both nitro and smoking. And to kind of drink them through those eyes, thinking like, hey, like this could be a really cool beer to smoke next time. So you asked me, and at least one of the questions I want to fire back at you is like, for the smoking part, like, is there any beer that comes to your mind that you're like, I definitely would love to try smoking that beer, or like a certain style maybe, or
yeah, I mean, I'm interested. I think primarily I'm interested in smoking techniques. So what we did was basically put it in a decanter, swirled around a little bit, maybe left it for 5 minutes, maybe less. I think that's probably a bit too long for how much kind of it like engrossed the aroma of the beer. So I think it's probably a bit long. So in my head, I'm kind of thinking of ideas of how to kind of limit that, maybe like stirring in some smoke.
Yeah.
As far as beers go, yeah, I'm with you. I think the smoking works best with kind of a darker, heartier beer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like IPAs and stuff, and I'm like smoke and like fresh oranges and
it'd be hard.
And grapefruits. I'm like, it's not really ideal. I don't know.
I think the only exception to that is something that's like very, very non-flavorful and just very bitter.
Okay, hear me out. What about we get a cider, a very nonchalant cider, low profile. Then we do an applewood smoked. Get a little sweetness from the smoke, a little sweet cider. Kind of, again, light, so we don't get like a lot of those charcoaly kind of flavors, and we just keep it very like.
Real talk, I would be down to even do a cider the way we did it today. But I think, yeah, as far as beers go, maybe the option of like how with your board, and you just put the glass on it, and then you just open the glass. And
smoked glass is probably a good call.
I think that'd be a good way to go for beer. So
I don't know if you guys have any other interesting ideas or thoughts, or maybe something that you do to enjoy a nice brew. Let us know. We'd love to hear or even take on some of your ideas, whatever they may be. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTuber bullshit. Watch our other videos if you're interested. Or, we don't really care. We're gonna continue making content regardless.
Yes.
Because it's what we like to do. That's it.
Fun stuff.
So, see you guys Friday? Yeah, because we're going to be playing something.
Absolutely.
We haven't recorded that. But we'll see you Friday playing some video game. Fuck. It'll probably be Warzone, because, like...
No, we recorded the Warzone.
No, I know, but this podcast releases on Tuesday, so the next Friday, so a week from tomorrow for us. We're having a lot of fun.
It's just so great.
Yeah. So you'll notice it from the game we play. It's just, we love it.
Yeah.
All right, later.
See you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That looks like a Nitro pour.
Sorry.
Is that all good? That looks great. So I have higher hopes than I probably should.